Welcome to the Healer's Corner podcast with your hosts, Melissa Wiles and Maria Cerna.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Healer's Corner. We have with us tonight Miss Amy Key. Now, Amy Key, better known as Ask Auntie Amy, is a certified Feng Shui coach, modern-day matchmaker who blends ancient Chinese wisdom and modern practicality. She helps people realign their home, energy, and relationships to attract the life and the love they desire. Her motto: change your feng shui, change your life. And I feel like in this day and age, everybody needs you. We need all the things you can teach us, especially on a healing side, because we're all going through something.
Aren't we all? We're always going through something.
Yes. So friends at home who might be joining in with us, please feel free to ask some questions, get to know Auntie Amy. But you and I met through a whole other network, and we've collaborated before on some crystals that you got, and you had me come on yours, and I'm like, you know what? Let's bring Auntie Amy into our people and cross promote and cross introduce all the way around. So yeah, Maria, you gave us a lot of wonderful ideas and questions for Auntie Amy. And I'm like,
is that where they come from?
Yes. Yes.
I got 2 pages.
I love how thorough Maria is in her questions. And I'm like, great, she's got it. She's got it for us.
You know what I actually did, like school? I actually printed out and then I start answering, writing answer.
Well, what's fun, for our friends who were with us last week, Maria was in Hawaii at home visiting homeland, family, and friends. And poor Maria, she was telling me before we went live that she came up with all of the questions and talking points for tonight while she was stuck on an airplane for 6 hours. So she had plenty of time to, go in depth for tonight's topic. But, maybe I think we should start with some basics, like understanding feng shui as energy and how that can help, in a healing because I feel like so many people have a misunderstanding of what feng shui really is.
Correct. So let me just start saying that feng shui is not about interior design. Okay. I know everybody thinks, oh, feng shui is about moving furniture, right? We just need to move our furniture around. What color I should paint the wall? I'm like, no, real feng shui is not like that. Oh, where do we hang the crystal? That's not really real feng shui either. So feng shui really, it's about alignment of you and your house and the environment energy. That's what feng shui is really about, And I know we were on the topic. I know I see the energy healing, and I just want to say now, feng shui is not a replacement or substitute for your doctor treatment or your doctor going to see a doctor. Okay, do not go, I'm going to feng shui my house and that's it. I'm not going to see my doctor. No. Don't do that. Please do not do that. I just want to put that out there so people don't think have a different expectation of the alignment is important. When everything is aligned correctly, you will feel more, how should I say, happier when you're at your home, and your energy. You don't feel, if you're sick, you don't. How should I say, you'll heal faster, right? You heal faster, but it's not a substitute for doctor. Not a substitute. People, oh, it heals faster, so I don't need to see doctor. No. You still need to see doctor. Still need to see the doctor. So let me tell you a story about how important a person's alignment and the house is important. So your house also have what we call the natal chart, your birth chart. Your house have a birth chart. Okay. You have to remember when the house is built, the walls are put around, and once you put what we call the lid, which is the roof, once you put the roof, you kind of make a container of the energy, right? But it takes the human, the person, to live in the house in order to activate the feng shui. So if I know I have client go, can you do my feng shui? But I only stay there like maybe twice a year, kind of like half a year. It's not, I go, no, no, no. Once you leave a house over, say, 100 days, you and your energies already disconnect from your house. In order to really use feng shui, you need to actively living there. Use it. You you don't use it, you lose it. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. So basically, the heaven, earth, and men, the three energy have to be in alignment, and they are activated by the men. We are the final key to really bring it all together, right? So I'm going to share with you. This is when we bought this house that I'm in right now. This is before I know feng shui. We bought the house with my husband back then. We're no longer together. Go, oh, this is really close to my work. We should get this house. We should look at this house. I go, okay, we'll look at this house. But somehow I'm the person who end up connecting with the homeowner. End up, she's the one who called me. Go, you need to buy my house. I'm like, okay, I need to buy. Mm, see, that tells you something, right? If the folks are aligned with you, things will go smoothly. Things will go smoothly. So after we move into this house, everything was good at the beginning. And after I start studying feng shui, wow, I realized my husband and the house doesn't align. My chart and the house are the same. So what that means basically, every good auspicious sector in the house is also my good auspicious sector. Versus my husband, every good auspicious sector in the house is all his negative inauspicious sector. So basically, whatever feng shui augmentation I can do to the house, it will not benefit him. And when you are not in alignment with your house, the longer you stay, the worse things will get. You, well, in his example, his job was getting pay cut. He ended up like making a fraction of what he did when we first got married. Versus my career taking off, I was getting more job. I was getting more call for doing this projects and things like. My income have more than double his. Versus at the beginning, he was making a lot more money than I did. And he ended up was getting more sicker. He was just getting sick all the time. So that's how you can usually tell when you and your house doesn't align, things start going bad. You get injury easy. You lost your job or whatever. Things are you're not happy. It's like sometimes there's some odd shape of the house that you are actually not in the house. Like for example, a house that have like an L-shaped house, that means you have like a missing sector. And if it happened to be your your sign in that sector gone, that means you are not in the house. So that means your connection with the house is very weak. And some of the client will go, yeah, I don't feel like going home. I don't feel like at home when I'm at home. Well, it's because they are not in alignment with the house. So that's how you can tell if like, "Oh, is this house for me?" I think everybody's really intuitive. If we let ourselves be intuitive, we can pretty much walk in the space. You can go, yeah, I like this place. So I go, ugh, this place just doesn't feel right. You can already tell. Your body knows. I always tell your body knows. And that's unique. Sometimes we forget to listen to our body, right? And then on top, of course, when we add that together, first I thought, well, he wants the house so bad. He really wants this house. Like, okay, he wants the house. We'll put in a bid for this house. But it ended up, I'm the one who ended up finalizing the deal, getting the house. So that's how that works when you're in alignment versus not in alignment with your space.
How do you get alignment though? I mean, if the initial house that he liked at the beginning and then he's not aligned, how do you get alignment with the space?
Well, this is I'm going to be very honest with you. I have told my client I have gone to the feng shui for some of my clients' house, and I go, stay here no more than 2 years. The more you stay, the worse your health is going to get. So move, get a new house.
Really? That's the only way?
Remember, you don't need to buy a house to have good feng shui. Okay, you can rent a good feng shui house as long as you can find a house that's aligned with you, right? It really the house doesn't feng shui, the energy doesn't know that this is your property, your name is on the deed. No, it's like you're here, you're using it, and that's the key thing. It's about using the space. It's not about hanging a crystal or whatever, doing things like that. Because I have a story for you that on the DIY feng shui, you know how when I first started, I did Google how to, where's your wealth sectors are. I admit it, I Googled it, okay? And it was just based on your front door, the furthest left-hand corner is your wealth corner. And you need to put a fountain there. Guess what I did? I did that. That was before I took any class. I go, well, Google, because my friend was telling me, oh yeah, you got to do feng shui stuff. I'm like, okay, so I Googled it. And literally I put a fountain there without knowing that year, the illness star happened to be in that sector of the house. And by placing a water fountain there, I actually activated it without knowing. I activated it. And what was really funny was all of a sudden we start going to see doctor. Why I'm going to see either a doctor appointment for me or a doctor for my husband. We're like always going to see a doctor for like a month. We were like that. And then I start noticing the water fountain start getting gunky. I mean, this is just water fountain. I mean, it shouldn't get gunky. It get like slimy. It just like get really yucky looking. I go, something is not going right, Then I went to this class down in LA. I found, okay, I got to take a class. So somehow I found a class. I went down to LA and everybody said, oh yeah, the illness star is in the north sector that year. That is the furthest left-hand corner of my house. And I'm like, oh my God, no wonder we are sick. We are constantly going to see the doctor. First thing I did after that class came out, unplug and dismantle the water fountain. And then sign up for more class. That's how I got started. Okay. Yes, I'm the accidental feng shui coach.
I mean, how much more of a great way for the universe to be like, here's what you're supposed to be doing, right? That, kind of putting it right there in front of you. Going back a little bit to making sure your house is in alignment. Can you and your house align so much that the house won't let you leave?
No. You have free will. No, it's just that when you align so much, you're like, I don't think I want to leave. Well, I've been in this house since 2001, so it's just like you're so comfortable in this house. You just kind of like everything's just fine, There's only minor stuff. It's not like some people like have bad luck in the house. They're like things are breaking down, I mean, for me, it's like, okay, no, everything seems to be fine. Everything is okay, and you just kind of like, okay, you stay there. That's, and then it's like, okay, knock on wood, no major stuff happen, health-wise and things like that. So, okay. Yeah.
So like in what ways does the energy of a space influence physical, emotional, or spiritual well-being? And I think you kind of covered that, but like, can you give some more like in-depth examples? Because I know a lot of people always want to look up like their wealth corner, right? But is there more for like emotional support of the house? And
well, one thing is the chi, the energy's got to flow. I always tell people, think of Feng Shui, the energy is like your power on the power pole that come into your house, go through all the outlets and plug, supply to your computer, your light, your blender, your coffee maker, and then whatever excess, it go back out. So same thing with a house. Your front door, whatever the main door that you have that connect to the outside world, to the inside world, that's, think of like the mouth. That's where it's going to come in at, right? You open the door, the energy, the air, it's going to come in, but it needs to be able to have circulate. If you have so much clutter by your front door, I always tell my client, there's only two places I really want you to declutter. Your front door, whichever door that your main door that goes in and out of your house you use the most often, make sure 6 feet outside, 6 feet inside, make sure it's nice and decluttered. So that way the energy from outside can have time come in to circulate, like the power, electricity circulate, and then it go out back out on the pole when it's done. So also it'd be nice to have a back door. I know sometimes, like for example, you live in an apartment, there's no back door. Hopefully you have a balcony door. If you don't have a balcony door, hopefully you have a window that you can open. And so just let the air flow through, right? So it doesn't feel stagnant. And that's the whole thing, is like feeling stagnant. I'm sure everybody agree, especially those of you who are in 35-degree right now, would be nice to be able to open a door, go, fresh air. Right?
Wishful
So, yeah.
thinking for springtime, to be able to open a window.
Isn't that nice? Just the ability to open the windows, like, I can feel the air, coming through. And same thing. Your house is alive. I mean, if you talk to any construction people, say, yeah, your house is alive. That's why it contract, and it expand, your house is alive.
Well, and it's, as you say, the fresh air and the flowing of energy. So many people, like, if they spend like their Saturday mornings cleaning or that big spring cleaning, like everybody always says, oh, I feel so much better. In that cleaning up things, wiping things down, getting rid of things that you don't use anymore, be it donating or, trashing. But there's that, not only a sense of like accomplishment, but just the energy of like, it's clean, it's shifted. I kind of miss that feeling. I need to rearrange just to rearrange now, I think, and like clean and redo and be like, just to do that again.
Yeah. Whenever it's like, when I used to live in this apartment when I was in Seattle, it's a small apartment, but my coffee table is what I call focal point. So I would change out the scenery on my coffee table once a week, just to something pretty. I'll go, this week is a display of my blue teapots, and next it will be a display of something else. That was my way of expressing my artistic, feeling into putting my artistic touch on my home, kind of thing, on my space. Your space is, you got to make it your space. I'm going to be very honest with you. Yes, I tell my clients to declutter, but I'm not a minimalist. I am not that. I enjoy, I've been here 24, 25 years. I have a lot of stuff, okay? Accumulated. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of my people keep buying me blue and white teapot. They think I have that collection going. I'm like, next thing I know, I have 10 blue and white teapots. Yeah. I guess it's an easy gift for them to buy.
So we kind of low key put it out there. Auntie Amy does not want any more teapots.
Okay? No more teapot, please. I have so many teapot. I tell my sisters and so I go, do not buy me any more teapot, please. Do not buy me any teapot. I do not need any more teapot. Oh.
We have a question from our friend Chair Bear. She asks, do you just move the items to how it feels right? How does one know what is the best way for energy? Is there a way to know?
Whatever makes you feel good. As I say, you know how it should feel. Okay. And I'm going to tell you how to say, I'm going to tell you little tchotchkes or knickknacks, not going to make that much difference. Okay. Unless you have purchased a giant crystal for Melissa, then it might matter where we put it. Okay. If it's a little teeny, not that much, I my coffee table, I hate to say, it's like my focal point. So right now I have all my crystal there and all my singing bowl there because I enjoy looking at them. I enjoy playing with them every so often, so
Mhm.
do whatever makes you feel good. That's the bottom is, you're in the flow when things feels good.
Oh, so Chair's like, what about teacups for the teapots?
And lately, I've been doing this. This is my cat. I have a little black cat that I rescued back in during COVID. So I've been doing a lot of cat stuff. Putting her pictures on teacups. So I have like 4 of these already.
Well, she's
I keep
adorable.
I keep saying, okay, I'm gonna make this and give it as a Christmas gift. And what I do, I end up keeping them. Not good thing. So I have a lot of now I have a lot of kitty cat teacups now. And yes, my friends start seeing that trend too. They start sending me kitty cat teapots now too.
Oh,
Teacups now too. So I'm like,
I feel
are
like
they trying to tell me I'm hard to buy for? Is that what it is?
either that or they think you are so obsessed with teapots that that's what all you want. So maybe we're like, no, not just teapots, guys. um, so would you say, like, if you are changing in a way, healing your living space, like, does that reflect into you as well? Do they mirror one another?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Um, for example, if you accidentally, I say accidentally activation, like for example, every member of your household it's in what we call the low shoe square, okay? Or I guess it's the bagua. If you people understand bagua more, it's basically think of like the low sugar is the 9 grid. It's like a tic tac toe 9 grid,
Mhm.
and each direction represent a person in the household. For example, female head of household is in the southwest sector of your house. So if there's an obstruction there's a client having a hard time conceiving because there was this big tree that when you have something too big for that sector, it becomes what we call Shachi, meaning inauspicious energy. Like, for example, your front door, you don't want to open a front door seeing a telephone pole or a big tree stump. You don't want to see that because it's blocking the chi. Okay. Like for that, meaning she have a hard time conceiving. So the solution is since she cannot cut down the tree, she end up moving to a different house and then they conceive. So
Hmm.
well, yeah, your house kind of reflect your health a little. Well, the thing is in Feng Shui, the mountain, where's the mountain in relationship to your house? What we call the mountain governs the health of the people. The water governs the wealth of the people.
Hmm.
So where they are in relationship to your house, that's the type of energy you can receive. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, how far are we from Lake Erie? Because that's a big.
You have to see it in
Yeah.
order for it to work. Okay. You can't just say,
Oh,
okay, I know on the map it's
Oh.
over there. You have to see it. You have to see it,
okay. There's the slight catch. You got to be able to see it. Okay.
Yeah. So I
What's
mean,
the count if it's frozen on the pavement?
hey, now, mountain is harder to find than water. Water, a swimming pool will consider it water. Any body of water will be considered water, right? Even lower ground will consider, you know, water, kind of.
Mhm.
Like, if you're like living like freeway, highway, speedway, traffic, those are considered virtual water because
Oh.
they're rushing the energy. Think about they're rushing the energy. They're pushing the energy through. So
Oh.
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Didn't recognize that. Yeah. Didn't realize that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If you think like river, river kind of carry the boat, but now we
Mhm.
have carrying the cars. So
So Feng Shui can update for modern times is what you're kind
yes,
of saying a little bit.
we have to. It's just like the how would I say? You think of Sun Tzu Art of War, okay, that book.
Mhm.
So Sun Tzu Art of War, it is actually you read carefully. It's actually based on a particular. It's called Chiman Dunja. That. Okay, that's another thing. I'm like I'm going off. So within okay, I know most people just think feng shui, but actually feng shui is part of Chinese metaphysics. Okay, within Chinese metaphysics, there's BaZi, which is a Chinese astrology. There's face reading.
Hmm.
There's that's part of it, and also traditional Chinese medicine is part of it as well. And the land form, which is the rivers and the mountain, that is another other palm reading too. So there is many under that umbrella, but I personally only study is the feng shui and the bazi and the shiman dunja. Bazi cover more of who you are as a person versus shiman is more strategy and also more of the subconscious karmic level stuff.
Mm.
So there's many I know,
Okay.
but Western world they still just know feng shui as the general term to cover everything. But really it's not. Feng Shui is just part of it, part of the Chinese metaphysics world.
I did
And
not
I
realize.
know you have, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's kind of like go down the rabbit hole thing. You can really study for a long time. And you're like, boy, there's more. Yeah, there's more. There's another master you can study with. Yeah. So what all what they have in common is about the five elements. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and even within the traditional Chinese medicine, it's about balancing your energy. And if you think about the five elements, we have wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Okay, so these five elements also governs your emotions as well. So wood element, it's where your anger is. It's also where your liver is also your liver. Okay, your fire is your passion, your joy. It's also your eyes and your hearts. And your earth. Your earth is about trust, stability, secure, how you feel. Do you feel stable? Is it unstable? Earth, earth is like your stomach.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
And then you have your metal element, which governs your lung and your teeth, some of your bones as well. And it governs the emotion of grief and justice. Okay. And then the water element is your kidney and bladder, and it's also wisdom and fear. Those are
Oh.
the emotions it covers. Like, for example, this year we have a lot of wood element. So every year at the time exactly when it changed to what we call the first day of spring,
Mhm.
it's not the Chinese lunar calendar, Chinese New Year's not. When we do our Chinese astrology, it's based on the solar calendar. It's based on the first day of spring. And usually it happens around February 3rd, February 4th. It's always around that time. Sometimes maybe February 5th, but very rarely. Usually February 4th. And 2025, we have a lot of wood energy. And if you think about wood, think of like a tree. Tree is about growth. Okay. Tree is about growth. That that is the only element out of the five elements that actually grow is alive, because tree will keep growing. So
Mhm.
for someone who have a lot of, say, wood element in their chart, that means for that person, knowledge and growth is important for that, right? If someone who have a lot of fire in their chart, that means they could be very passionate about certain thing, right? But then if they too much, then you go to the extremists, right? Like too much passion, right? Too much passion, kind of like crazy passion. No, you don't want that. See, in Chinese metaphysics, it doesn't matter Feng Shui, BaZi, traditional Chinese medicine. They always want to try to balance the five elements. They don't want you have too much of something, too extreme of something. And if you lack of fire, I'm gonna say wearing red, having a lot of red does not make it more fire. Okay. Fire is remember about passion. It's about if you can transform. I would tell my clients it's lack of they're low on fire. I go, find a hobby you really like to do and just right. The best way to use feng shui is about action. Really, it's about taking action. So let's talk about 2026. 2026, we have a lot of fire, a lot of wood, but there's no water in the chart at all. So
Okay.
what means is people could be very passionate about things, and fire is also about transformation. If you think about fire, whatever fire touches, it will change. It will not be the same. Whatever fire goes through it is changed. It's never going to be the same after it's been touched by fire. So there will be 2026 there'll be quite important things happening, I would say. And we are also in 2024, we also transited to period 9. Period 9 is about women, middle-aged women coming to power. So if you have noticed, there is more female heads of state, more female CEO. It's gonna coming more female. And even right now in China, it's really weird now. In China, they also have very female-centric type of business happening. I just saw like on the Instagram reel, there's a handyman service in China of all women, all female handy person. Because if you're a single lady, you do not want to have a man coming into your house that you don't know them, right? You don't feel safe. That's yeah. They are changing business model because of it. And also they're like coffee shop. If you're 6 foot tall, good looking, hunky man, you got the job because they're catered to the female coffee drinker. But if you think about, oh my God, this whole period 9 thing is like really weird. It's happening very, very weird. Yeah. That's all I can say. So yeah, female are going to be the consumer, the
Okay.
major consumer decision maker. Is there a reason electricity is not considered an element? Yeah. Because if you think about feng shui back then, there was no electricity. This is thousands of years ago. They work with very, very basic elements. The base, if you really think about it, it's what they can see and touch, right?
So I wonder, like you mentioned, highways are now kind of like a new way of thinking of water flowing. Would electricity be kind of water flowing since it's a current that runs through, or because it's more of a spark, would that make it more of a fire if we were going to modernize one of those?
No.
Okay.
But in feng shui, your stove is important, okay? The location of your stove is important because the stove governs your health. It's what you produce out of your house. But then nowadays, even everybody pretty much agree. If you're gonna do Uber Eat all the time, you hardly ever use your kitchen. Yeah, hardly ever cook. No, don't even matter. See, there's 5 areas that we feng shui: your front door, your bed, your work desk, your stove, and your balcony.
Hmm.
Okay, there's
Hmm.
only five really feng. That's those five places you should feng shui. You should feng shui. The rest of them, like where toilet. Yeah, okay. You don't want toilet right above your front door or right above your dining room. You don't right above your kitchen. You don't want that. Okay, that that's just logic. If you in case a pipe bursts, okay, that's all.
Yeah, pretty common sense on that aspect,
It
right?
is. I mean, feng shui sometimes is very, very, very much common sense. It really is very much common sense. Yeah.
So, like,
And
take for instance, my apartment that I'm in, my front door is also my balcony. So I don't have a back door or balcony. So would that be a little more challenge?
wait, how
Should
do you have your front door and your balcony at the same time?
Well, I'm in a ranch, so I've got a little patio area that I have like a glider rocker, some gargoyles outside. I also have a Kuan Yin and a Ganesha. Go figure. Um, but that little patio is
The patio
also
parties is what she's having. A
so
lot of party there. No, I'm sorry. With the guanyin, I'm thinking, okay, I'm seeing like guanyin, then the garden gnome, and okay, okay.
yep. There's a gnome or two out there. I've got gargoyles, Ganesha. We got all sorts of stuff going on by my front door. Um,
So
and none of them
you
stop the people from stealing my car, so I need to go have a conversation with them. Um, they were slacking on the job, all of them. Um,
did you have a
but
pet snake? Didn't you?
no, I've got a chunky black cat myself.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
I
he's
wasn't
my
sure.
only pet.
I'm thinking a pet snake. You can put that around your steering wheel. They won't be stealing your car anymore.
Right, right. No pet snake. And literally, like, my car was parked maybe 15, 20 feet from where the little party gnomes and gargoyles are and Kuan Yin and Ganesha. But, because you mentioned, like, balcony, does balcony equate like a patio? Would you treat them the same?
So your front door and your balcony basically is your connection to the outside world.
Mhm.
That's basically it. It's like my house, I don't have a balcony. I don't have a balcony in my house. And my back door is really I don't have a back door, I have a front door, and then I have a door that goes down to the garage. So I don't really have a back door either. So but I do have windows that you can open just to let the air circulate. It's like on winter day you cannot open it. I know 35 degrees is not a really good time to open your window, but you know what? Maybe open it for like half an hour a day, just and then close it quickly. Just let the air flow through it, and that's all.
Okay.
Doesn't have to stay open. Just so it doesn't so you don't come in your house smell musty. No.
No, my boyfriend tells me, he's like, "You need no more wax melts because if I'm not doing wax melts, I've got candles. Because to me, that's relaxing and it's homey when you know,
Mhm.
um, I don't really do a whole lot of like incense, believe it or not, in the house. Cats and swishy tails, then you have incense dust everywhere. So, um, but I like smelling good, but there's nothing that can replace that fresh air, letting that move in
Mhm.
and moving that energy through. So, can the stagnant energy like also affect you physically? Is there a correlation between your connection to you in the house, and if it's stagnant in that house, will it kind of seep into you as well?
Okay, now I have gone through houses that literally from the front door, there's like boxes everywhere. Like I could barely like sneak my way through the house. They're called hoarders, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, it's like, yeah, I talked to the son. I go, please, you need to like fire hazard. If you think about how you're gonna run, right? There's like literally
Mhm.
I walk like, oh my God, I can't turn anywhere. This box is taller than me. I just like sneak through the house that way. Yeah, I think that will affect your health, that will definitely do because safety issue is number one, but just the sense of feeling relaxed, if you see clutter everywhere, maybe your eyes is used to it, but your subconscious still sees it, right?
Mhm.
And that's affecting your mind, and that affects everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, I only want two places decluttered: your front door, whatever the door that you use the most, and then also what I call your identity palace. It is who you are in your house. That sector of the house, please, if it's in, like I say, that's my pantry, get it organized. Okay. Even in the bathroom, keep it clean. But
Mm-hmm.
that is who you are in the house. So, oh, my bedroom is
Yeah,
my.
it kind of goes into a question that Chair Bear asked. She's like, my bedroom is my tiny kingdom. How may I feng shui my bed and desk, please? I need to.
Now, what you chair bear, you need to go to my website, bio.askauntieamy.com. Look under the tools tab. Then you find the BaZi calculator, BaZi calculator. You can plot your chart, and then you will look for your 4 lucky directions. There is the wealth direction, your health direction, your relationship direction, and then it's that's your career, but your career, he called it career. I keep telling the guy with the software, I go, can you please change that name instead of career? It's not really your career. It's your identity palace. That is who you are. That sector of your house. Think of dividing your house like a pie. Find all those different sector and find that sector that is your sector. It's who you are in the house. And that is the sector I would say, put your vision board there. Also, if you want to work on problems, self-reflection, meditation, that will be a sector for that.
So
Okay.
can she take your calculator and just like squeeze it down to like maybe her bedroom, or like if this was a college student in a dorm, can they kind of bring
Yeah.
that smaller? Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I put that link up in chat for everybody, that you can go and use that calculator for your home. Let's see here. Maria, did you have any questions for Amy while I scroll through our list of
Okay.
things?
Well, there was one thing that came to mind. I have been in a house before that I actually did a cleansing before they moved anything in. But I noticed that like there was one closet I walked in there and I did not feel any life. Everything else around it was fine. And then I went to the other bedroom and I went into the closet and I didn't feel any life. And I thought that was kind of odd. I did not feel any life in that closet. So is it because the current of the flow, the way the closet was, because it was on the side, and then the other one was like, you walk in, you see the closet. Is that the how it was designed that the flow doesn't go in, the chi didn't go in?
Without looking at the actual space, you know, it could be the way. Okay, I should say I would like one day to see all the architect take a feng shui class before they design layout the house. I mean, seriously, I'm like, what the heck were you thinking when you designed this? If they take a feng shui class, please take a feng shui class. Then will make my job so much easier. I would have, okay, we got to move this. This just can't be there, you know. Yeah, sometimes it could be that, but I don't know when you say they cleanse the house. Did they did an energetic cleanse for the
I
house?
did an energy cleanse. I did the energy cleanse because they hired me to come in and do it. But I have to assess the energy in each space. And I
Mhm.
just thought it was kind of weird that two separate bedrooms, closet had no life in it. I did not feel any life in it. So is that's why I was wondering, I thought it was weird also because the doors were open. There was nothing in that little, it was a half a house. There was nothing in there. There was no furniture. They wanted it to get cleansed and energy and all that, but I just felt like I go, there is absolutely no life in this closet. I don't feel any energy or vibration in this closet. And then I went into the next bedroom. It's the same thing, and I thought that was kind of odd. Every place else in the house was fine, because that's what I usually do. I have to assess the energy in each space
So
to
like
know.
the kitchen pantry have energy in it as well?
Hmm. The kitchen was
Maybe.
fine. The living room was fine. It's just the two separate bedrooms, the closet. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird.
Maybe I'm just thinking maybe they use the closet more like storage space instead of a closet they would actively using. That's what I'm just thinking is
Hmm.
like when something is actively using,
Hmm.
your energy imparts on it, right? But when it's
Hmm.
just a storage space, you put it in and shut it, barely go
Hmm.
in there, thinking maybe it's
Hmm.
like that. So that you don't feel there's no energy imprint onto it at all. Could be.
No, no, I didn't feel anything. It was
Yeah.
just a void. I thought it was kind of weird though. You
Mm.
know, two separate rooms, two different closets, and that's everything else was fine. I mean, there were parts of the house that I know the energy was a little bit low. I had them open all the windows. Thank God it was in June. It wasn't 35 degrees, but I had them go, because it was a duplex house, and I said, could you please do me a favor and open all the windows? And they
Mhm.
looked at me like, okay.
Like,
Yeah,
why? Like, no,
the
trust
energy
me, trust the
flow.
process.
Yeah, it's flow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think different people use different things to clean the house, right? When I
Hmm.
say clean the house, energetically clean the house. Um, I personally, I used to use saging, smudging, but then I realized the house ended up smelling really sagey.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So now I use my singing bowl. I just use my singing bowl because the vibration from the singing bowl, the sound will also clear up. Well, I don't really clear up, just kind of move the energy a little bit. I would say
Hmm.
that's what I use, which is
Okay.
different than
Yeah.
on yeah. So body, I use
Yeah.
crystal. Body, I use crystal.
Well, I have a crystal, and I went in there and I kind of assessed everything, and just there were parts of the house that I knew that the energy was kind of low. So when the energy is low, I know what I have to do energy wise to infuse energy into it. Yeah,
Mm,
and usually I do go in the focal point, which is the middle of the room. That's what I usually do.
that's the
You
center. Yeah.
know, yeah. So, but I just like that was weird. It stuck with me because I said two closets, two different rooms. There's no life.
I
Wow.
wonder if it mattered too how long that side of the duplex kinda sat empty,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that I don't know. I didn't have any information on that. Yeah.
because you would figure, closets are your least used spaces of a house, right? So if it's been sitting empty for a bit of time, to me, my mind says the whole place is gonna start kind of losing energy, and what was less used to start with will be the first ones or spaces to maybe feel empty.
Yeah.
Um, and kind of like a side question, somewhat related. Um, my old house was a big house. It was an old funeral home, and I would purposefully kind of like just go sit or walk through rooms that didn't get used very often just to keep it feeling alive. And I used to kind of ponder because, my hamster wheels never stop, that it seems like houses will deteriorate really quickly, like once they're empty, empty, like not just 4 months, 6 months, but like once they sit abandoned, they seem to fall apart pretty quick. And I wonder, is that something maybe even feng shui related where there's not that energy kind of coming and going from the humans? Does that kind of affect the living energy of the house as well?
Remember I said, human is the key to activate the house.
Mhm.
Your house there's no life until the human lives in there, until we start cooking in the house, until we start sleeping in the house, until we start doing activities in the house. That's when the house comes alive. So as I say, if your house been empty for like 100 days, it's pretty
Mhm.
much, it's gone. You disconnected from the house. You have disconnected from, because the house, even if you think the house they live in, well, she's not coming home anymore. Why am I hanging out here, right? Same idea. If you think of like that, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, you do try to use every room. I mean, I force myself to try to use every room in the house.
Well, see, now you're already got me thinking like my old lady plan, right, is to spend winter time in Tucson. So to have two places. And now I'm sitting here going, well, how do I keep either place happy and alive while I'm gone? So when I come back to either one, we're not starting from scratch. So
Subletting.
Airbnb-ing it, right?
Oh yeah, you must not make income from it.
I like where we're going, like make money and keep it ready for you to
Yeah,
come home.
exactly. You know, exactly. Just make sure you get one that energetically feels good to you, right? You don't want someone moving like, oh my God, what have I done here? Who have I put in my house kind of thing. Get one
Yeah.
with good references. Yeah. You can get a good Airbnb co-host that can take care of the house while you're not in that area. You can find a local Airbnb co-host for you. Yeah. So
Okay. Um, oh, here's a good question. Any suggestions on how to clear out energy from someone doing spell work that doesn't know what they are doing?
no, I don't do spell work, so I couldn't answer that. That would be up to you two.
Honestly, Chris, as I'm thinking on it, my first impression is going to be some heavy sounds. So think of heavy bass driven music, bands like Korn. I have actually used the band Korn because they are very heavy. Um,
Mhm.
like if I feel even the energy around the store is stagnant, even on the outside, I will play a lot of Korn and just kind of drive my car around outside in the parking lot and as close up to the door as I can to kind of, because it's a heavy bass, it's very rumbly, right? So it's forcing it to shake harder than high pitched. Um, Citrus. There's a reason why household cleaners are citrus smelling. Like
Mhm.
citrus oils cleanse and disinfects everything, even in spell work. So
Mhm.
they are great to use in counteracting or undoing things. So depending on who this person is to you, if they're in your house or in your workspace or, getting some good essential like oil cleaner, not something that just smells like lemon, but it's actually got lemon in it, like doing a wipe down. Now be careful of wood surfaces. It will eat your varnish. Good essential actual lemon oil will eat through styrofoam if it's
Mhm.
the good stuff. So, if any of those might work, depending on how you can get to it and who they are to you. Coworkers might be a little harder. Like, they're like, let me clean your desk for you. Might come off weird. I don't
I mean, I have recommended sea salt water solution. You can
Mhm.
wipe out the house that way, less citric, less acidic, I should say, less acidic. You can
know.
also use that. Use sea salt water. Use a good sea
True.
salt.
Spray them in the face. Tell them
Yeah.
stop it. Like they're a cat. Stop it.
And no, no, no. And then you're gonna on top of it, you're gonna go into the feng shui calendar. You're gonna pick a destruction day or a remove day.
That is a very in-depth, interesting book. Like you sent me one last year, and I remember just kind of looking at it and at first going, "Holy crap! I need more time to sit down and really go in to it." That is not a quick like flip through. That is
No,
a
it's
study
a
and know what you're doing.
book.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm working on right now. I'm start working on the 2026 one. That's what I'm start working on. Hopefully, my goal is to get it out before my feng shui talk on December 6th. On because see now going through Amazon, It's like you have to submit it and then take them like a week before they will, get it out. I
Mm-hmm.
had to get a proof copy first to make sure I didn't have any mistake. And then if I correct my typos and things, then I'll take another, I don't know how many days for it to approve again. So it's,
Well,
yeah.
I just put
But
into
yes, no, I mean, I keep telling people this is a textbook, okay? This is a textbook. There's so many lessons in front of it. People think, oh, it's a planner. I'm like, no, you got to read like 30 pages of it, instructions.
I learned that I'm like, this is not just a sit quick flip through. This is a you sit down when you got nothing pressing and really like plan and learn and be like, here's what I need to do and all the steps for it, which I can really appreciate how in depth you are helping and teaching, anybody going through your book. You did mention your 2026 talk. So I did put in chat your link for that. So your website is also where if anybody would like to reach out to you for any sort of help or anything, that's how they would get in touch with you.
Correct. You can book a consultation there as well. I think you gotta click on request for consultation, then it'll drop down. It open up like for feng. I actually break down feng shui for your home or feng shui for your home office, because a lot of time it's just really, you need to work on your office realignment. That's it, because you already live in this house for like 20 years. Right? There isn't really much to do, much I can do. But much easier to just work on realign your office so that way you can be more productive and more
Mm-hmm.
focused when you're in the office working. So those are for people who are entrepreneur or work from home, remote worker. So yeah.
Um, it is a very amazing book. So keep an eye out for when 2026 is ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let
Um,
you guys know. I'll let you guys know.
well, maybe we should ask, and if your schedule permits, have you back in the beginning of 2026, and maybe we can kind of go over that and like exactly what it is, how people should use it, and
Mm-hmm.
where they
Yep.
can get it.
We should do that. We should definitely do that. I actually, part of me go, can I just go visit Melissa in person? Can I just go to her
Yes.
store? Just do a class
Yes.
at her store. That's what I was
Yes.
thinking. I'm like, but I go, okay, the travel. What's my schedule? I've been traveling so much this year. I'm getting ready to leave for Seattle this Thursday. And then after that, on the 25th, I'll be going to Malaysia and then come back on December 1st and then leave for Japan. So I'm like,
Ma'am, you are so busy. I thought I was busy.
Yeah.
You just blew me out of the water.
yeah, no, I've been traveling quite a bit. See, on my chart right now, I'm going into 10 years of travel cycle.
I'm tired
Travel
just
life,
thinking about that.
I know this is my first year. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is like really, I don't want to travel that much. I enjoy travel, but not that much. I just feel like every month I'm on an international flight. Every month I'm on an international flight. So, and yes, I do hit all my premier status.
You rack up your flight points.
Yeah.
You are racking them up. I'm jealous that way. Actually not. There's a couple places I like going, but the whole airport, like going to airports gives me anxiety in that you never know how behind TSA is running, and if you get held up and if you like, oh my God, I'm surprised I don't break out in hives like when it's time to go to Tucson because I'm like, oh.
Melissa, actually, suitable activity. There's actually like, for example, well, let me see here. Since we're November, like Tuesday, November 11th, today is actually a good travel day. Today is actually a good groundbreaking day, a marriage, moving house, networking, praying and worshiping, renovation, starting new job. Today is not a good day for financial activity, nor seeking medical treatment. So,
I mean, I kind of laid some groundwork down for new things. So maybe I did that without even realizing it.
no, you're very intuitive. I know you're very intuitive. So,
But
you'd be
again, I
surprised.
mean, it's like my hamster wheels don't stop. So there's always business and ideas running. Probably even on the days that I shouldn't be, they don't stop.
You know, I always tell people, I go, you know what? If you travel on a quote unquote no travel day, just give yourself plenty of time. That's all. Because there's going to be extra long TSA line, or your flight is going to be delayed. You know, just there'll be little hiccups. You know, on the no travel
Oh, you'll
days.
be stuck in a plane for 6 hours.
I was gonna say, what did travel say for November 8th? Could Maria had known ahead of time she was going to have travel problems?
No. Oh, I'm going to tell you what November 8th is. Saturday, November is avoid all major activities except praying and worshiping. And the special note is that day is a month breaker. Month breaker meaning that day, actually, the animal sign is clashing with the date clashing with the month sign. So not an auspicious day. When it said
Okay.
avoid all major activity, avoid all major activity. I'll give you some plenty of time.
See, you should not have been flying from Hawaii that day, Maria. That's why you got stuck on an airplane for 6 hours.
Well, let me see. Maybe she should have stayed one more day. Let me see the next day, the November 9th. Better. Nope. Nope, not that much better. You should stay until today. Today's a good day to travel. You know, if you need an excuse from, you know, for your boss, go, well, you know, according to the Feng Shui planner, I cannot come back until Tuesday.
I don't know how well that would work with my boss. He's kind of she'll be like, suck it up and come in anyway. I do not have that one in shop. Amy's working on 2026, and maybe that's something Amy and I can talk on the side of how to maybe carry that in Cleveland.
In the shop. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
mean, that's
but
why
you
I
can
was thinking,
definitely
wouldn't
get
it
it on
be
our
nice
website.
if I can be there in person to teach people how to use it
Yes.
correctly? Right?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
That'd be
Yes.
so quick class. Now it's a business write-off to come and hang out and play with the crystal.
Yeah, there you go. You know.
So,
okay. Yeah, no, we have to. I got to put out to the universe. That's what we want to do. Well, I'm
Yep.
going to make a trip
Just don't
this
come
year.
on 35-degree weather. Come in a nicer weather.
Okay, what are we talking about then?
So between like late April, early May, because Ohio will
Yeah.
dump snow late because she be like that. And so from like late April, early May to like beginning November
So
is
that means we need to ship the book out to you first, and then nobody. Meanwhile, you guys just read it.
yeah. So even Chris is like, yes, please come teach a class. So
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I have to think about it. I mean, seriously, part of me wanted to do that. It's been like in the back of my mind, go, I got to do that. I think Melissa would be a good place. There's actually a crystal shop that's in the local area, and I talked to the owner. I go, yeah, I think I want to do something like that. That just so more it can. So my whole goal is to basically demystify feng shui, you know, so everybody can use it, not just Asian people. Okay.
well, and I guess that would be a good quick follow-up question. Like, it's more of a practice, not a religion, right? So anybody can do it, just do it correctly. So you don't accidentally make yourself sick by putting a fountain somewhere that you shouldn't.
I want to tell you guys, you know what? Good feng shui might take a little while to happen. Bad feng shui, man, it's immediate.
Isn't that how it always goes, though? Like, the universe be messing with us like that sometimes. And I'm like, that is not fair. That is so not fair to do that, you know?
Oh, you have no idea. I make mistake myself, and I have stories. Oh my god, just stupid things. I didn't check the calendar, and it's like go to the yard, dig a hole, want to plant some tree links, you know, and then next thing you know, my fridge broke down. My car went into a shop for a recall. Then it's like, oh, they found all these things that's wrong with it. It was like, I think $3,000 later, you know, it's like it was supposed to recall. It was a free recall, you know. And then it's like, what the hell? You know? Some pussy well off. That's what it was.
Don't leave home without Amy's book, guys. And it's coming. You heard her. She's working on it. Where you're like in revisions and all this fun stuff. So it'll be out soon for 2026.
Yeah, because I have to update it for every day. So 365 days I need to update. It usually takes me like 2 weeks solid sitting in front of the computer, 8 hours a day to basically get all the thing in the right places. And I'm adding stuff to it this year. I just talked to my Feng Shui club people and I showed them what you can do with remember the subconscious chart and
Mhm.
how they can, that one usually I teach them for manifestation because everybody has superpower. And some people can manifest through verbal, some visualization. Everybody's different. Their superpower,
Mhm.
everybody's different. So, and that's what I want to teach them. It's like, what's the point of fixing your feng shui? You don't really know how to use it, right? If you can
Mhm.
manifest with good feng
Mhm.
shui, it'll be faster. See, that's the way I think. Okay, let's fix the feng shui, and then I can teach her how to manifest. Then she's gonna get what she wants. She's really gonna get what she wants.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about your book now. And once it's ready, you'll have to let me know. So I'm like, I need to order one. So not only can we talk about it, and I can kind of like make some notes through some interesting things to me, and be like,
Yeah.
Maria, go through the book. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, exactly. Then you can actually start picking good days for travel.
Yes,
Tell
I
your
need the
boss,
good
"Oh,
travel
not
day.
a good not a good day. I need to stay longer in Hawaii, please."
Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Look, nowhere in this book does it say I should leave Tucson. Imagine that. I have to stay a whole year, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll just ship the crystals back to you. Actually, I will find a travel day by like May because that's when it starts getting really hot down there. And I I do not want to be where it's like 120 degrees checking my mailbox. Like, no. I don't want the rubber on my shoes melting while I walk to my car.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it gets pretty hot down there. So that's why I'm
Mhm.
like the winter time is like ideal for me, in that area. Everybody who is there all year round, like I tip my hat to you. You are stronger than I. I will not be there in the summertime. Um,
I
but
mean,
this has been a lot of fun talking about
yeah.
feng shui and kind of getting some basic understanding because I think a lot of people it just seems so elaborate and like
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
so easier to mess it up than to get it right. So, you helping explain some of these basics, I think, kind of take some of that, you know, oh darn out of it.
Confusion.
Like, I guess I'll
Yeah.
just do that another day. Um, so, and we will definitely have to get with your schedule and see when we can have you back and go over your book and how to use it properly and, the most effective way, especially for manifesting. So,
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah, for
exciting.
sure. Let me see if we can get like initial shipment out to you. Hopefully by January. Hopefully, if I get all my things, I'm traveling a lot again. So, but get everything. Hopefully, we could get a small shipment out to you, so at least you have some in your store.
Yeah.
That would
Mhm.
be helpful. So
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
I can't wait to get my hands on it.
yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Mm. Right. Chris is like, let's start a compound in Arizona and New Mexico. I mean, back in the day, my thought, and was it 3 years ago while I was there, the place that I had my eye on for years sold while I was there. I was mad. I was like, I'm gonna go start the rumor that it's haunted, so they'll leave. Um, but I mean, it was big, and I'm like, I do not need all of this to live in. But my thought was like, I would be there. It was big enough to have classes, workshops, retreats, and everything else up there.
Hmm.
Funny enough, it was up on Rattlesnake Mountain, so that means I'm like, we're gonna have to keep an eye out for some snakes. But that was kind of the plan. And like, I watched that house throughout the year for years. And while I was there, and all of a sudden, the one day sitting there drinking coffee, I pulled it up and it said sold, and I about spit my coffee out. And I'm like, since when? That was my house. Like, what? Um, yeah, I wonder who started the haunted rumor. Oh, me. Um, right. Um, because I honestly felt like that was my house, and it was just waiting for me to be able to come in to get it. And I'm like, it's either going to come back around or something similar in that area, you know.
See,
So
that
we'll
is
see.
what Chinese Feng Shui metaphysics, all that we believe in affinity. Whatever is meant to be yours, it will be yours.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all. You just don't just put it out to the universe. Like, what, that house is mine. So come on, work on it.
Mhm. Mhm. Boot them out. Bring
Yeah,
me the
get them,
money to them,
get
you
them
know.
out.
Yeah.
Give me a
Yeah.
good
Go
deal
get
on
the
the house.
ghost.
Oh, you at it?
Yeah. Tell the rattlesnakes to scatter and go live farther away. Um, we don't need them while we're walking from the car to the front door, please and thank you. Um, but yeah, that was kind of the plan, Chris, and still kind of a low key back burner plan right now. We're focusing on what we got going now and the economy we're in and all those other things that are kind of taking precedence and good fun, less stressful ways to get around it, which is why it'd be like, great, like let's do feng shui. Maria was actually like, I wish you knew somebody who knew feng shui. And I'm like, actually, I do,
I can
whether
thank
or
Maria
not,
now.
yeah. And I'm like, whether or not her schedule lines up here soon with us, I'm like, let me send some messages and see what happens. So I think it would be really good to if you can come back in the beginning of the year so people can kind of look at their 2026, use
Definitely,
your book
definitely.
and plan out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
come
So
to
And then
my
come in person to teach a class.
I will definitely do my best to do that. I will definitely do my best to move the schedules around to do that for sure. I would really love to meet both of you, in person. And yeah, for those people who are interested, definitely come to the December 6th Feng Shui talk, because that's my once a year annual talk. I'm going to go through all the different animal, how the 2026 energy is going to impact them, how the horse is going to impact the different animal. If you're born the year of the rabbit, this might happen. Like, for example, the year of the dog, you might be careful. You might get traffic tickets.
oh, oh
2026.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, don't be doing 5 over people. Speed limit, cruise control it. Um,
Yeah. Be careful. Be careful. So because in the chart there's quite a few stars that indicate they have some legal issue. So yeah.
Mm,
Now, is your talk
mm.
in person only, or is that something they can watch either live or after on recorded somewhere?
It's Zoom. It's VI Zoom. VI
Okay.
Zoom. And if you cannot make it in person, the replay will be available that you can purchase. It's very, very small nominal amount, pretty much pay for my Zoom account, that's what it does.
Yeah, the Zoom professional account's not free,
Yeah,
but
not free. I can't talk for 2 hours on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Otherwise, it cuts
Yeah.
you off at like 45 minutes or something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
45
Mhm.
minutes.
Yeah.
But yep.
Yep.
So
I mean, you're not
Mm.
wrong, Chris. My motto should be, "I have a practitioner for that." Yeah, you're not wrong. I I either have a practitioner or a reader for just about anything. I'm like, "Oh, please let me flip through my phone and see who, might be able to handle that for you." Um, it's collecting the contacts, right? Um, well, thank you for joining, Amy. It was fun
yeah,
having
thank
you
you.
and talking.
Yes.
Um, and as soon as
So
we have our schedules lined out, like we get to have you again.
yes, definitely.
Yes.
I look forward to. I
Yeah.
look forward to. This is so much fun. Even though I have a whole list of questions, I'm like, I'm not going to answer. No, I think we answered most of them.
And that's why we need a part 2 and the 2026 talk. So,
Yeah. And the book talk.
Yes, that's so fun. Yes, for sure. All right. Bye, guys.
all right. Bye. Guys.
Bye.